What is up, everybody? I'm back with more. Well, I'm Nico the Odd, and I'm back with more Vampyr. I'm gonna do a little look-see-loo around this place. See if there's anything I can use. Can I upgrade this? Oh yeah, that's the thing I got with the pre-order. But I don't have what I need to upgrade it, so... But we're gonna use it anyway. I also have the Barker. But we're gonna be equipping this. So, let's get into our... It's the wrong button. Let's get into our... equipment and equip it. Let's see. Sure, let's try the hacksaw. And we will put one of the guns there too. There we go. There, that should take care of things a little bit for me. I'm totally not eating gummy bears. I'm totally eating gummy bears. Alright. Oh! I can change my gear. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm a fan of bowlers, so I'm definitely wearing that. Did we get on ammunition? Alright, let's see what we can buy. Let's increase our health. And I need more for that one. How much do I need for spring? 500? I'll save for that one. Oh, I keep forgetting that I have to hold that button.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood? Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Sorry, there's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Okay, she needs stuff. We're gonna have a little look-see around up here, see if there's anything else. I doubt there is.
It's locked.
Patient Thomas Elwood, male, age 28. Dr. Tibbets. Convalescence, state of admission, September 16th. Date release to be determined. The notes. The patient's face is heavily burnt and disfigured from a bomb during a war. Even with the use of stronger sedatives, he affirms to regularly endure severe pains from the wounds, as if the flames are still burning under the skin, he says. Scars are clean. Could be a case of persistent nerve damage. The patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Could be a case of guilt of the survivor. Phantom pain manifested as punishment for not dying with his comrades. Yeah. That's somebody to keep an eye on. And I'm going for the I'm not killing anybody route if I can help it. I gotta fight people. That's like beyond my help. I have to fight people. It's not something I can avoid. There's nothing up here yet. Is there anything over here?
It's locked, all right.
It's a really neat looking place. Alright, so let's go back downstairs. Grease and screws. So, you know, picking through the trash is what we do. So I'm just kind of explore, because I actually forgot where she said she wanted me to go. Quarantine influenza to keep us out of this area by the board of health. Quarantine, contagious disease. One shall enter. Blah blah. Quarantine. Okay, it's quarantine. See what's down here.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Not be a good thing, that would be for sure. No, I see him. Oh shit! Get off me! They got me! Ugh. Well, that's my first death. Okay, so the stake is my best friend. I'm sticking with the stake. The gun didn't really do much to them.
Continues.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Okay, let's check out something about Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
I don't know what that does, but whatever.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
But the suffering continues.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
Let me try something. I need to make sure something's straight. I'm not sure my shit updated. Let me be sure. Nope, it totally did not upgrade. Because, yeah. I hate it when it does this, but whatever. I really cannot be bothered with this right now. Actually, I know how to change this. Maybe. So I gotta go to my other window and try to fix it there. This is rather annoying. This is rather annoying. Oh, for fuck's sakes, it just will not change my fucking status. I do not know why it does this. Fuck my life. I'm not really gonna fight with this much longer. There we go. It changed that time. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this thing. There, but at least people know what I'm actually playing now.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Well, that's interesting. Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Too much energy
Damn.
for so little result.
The pain.
Alright.
There
Your
again.
last thoughts would
Be
be
with this in just a second. I'm gonna up my vape, fix my vape real quick because I forgot to do that earlier.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
If I stand here and watch them, I wonder what they do.
going to reveal all your secrets to me. Even the darkest thoughts in your heart.
My blood and soul. They belong to you now.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave. Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Almost kicked over my water. That's a good thing I didn't.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Well, we'll get down to business with him in just a second. After that, I'm going to the outside.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Yeah, I have no idea why it does what it does. It's just, it's finally doing what I wanted to change my status. But weird. And I sound far
Fear
away
and
because it's set up.
disgust on every street corner. The daily routine. Damn. The pain. It's here again.
I wonder why the Cosmicks came here in the first place.
That's not what I wanted it to do. Left my coil up, damn. Oh well, one way to find out if I did or didn't. Yeah, I think I balls this coil up. Hard lessons learned. It's fucked, it's fucked. Ain't much I can do about it now. Let's see, what do we want to vape tonight? Okay, sorry about that little hold up there. Anybody I haven't talked to in here as well? I've talked to everybody. So, let's try this again outside.
Damn it. Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir. How long's it going to take?
Oh, never mind. There are more people in here.
A year. You have the right to disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
Unfinished letter. Alright. Pembroke Hospital, 2 of November. My dear children, I'm sorry I did not write you before, but it hurts like hell just to write these few words on this bloody paper. Don't worry, Daddy will go out of the hospital as soon as the doctors fix his arm. In the meantime, if you need something, go see Mr. Chadwick at the construction site and tell him you are Harvey Finkel's Fendrick's kid children. Remember Robert Chadwick? The big guy with the mustache that helped me repair the house doors last spring? Go see him and ask for a few bobs. He won't refuse to spare you a few. I'm sorry I can't work anymore, but we'll figure out something as soon as I'm out. Don't worry, everything will be fine as soon as Daddy's arm is strong again. As soon as the doctors have fixed my arm. I don't think he finished that letter. You there. I don't think I've talked to you before.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
So I get the feeling that most of my time's gonna center around these people. Tell me about yourself.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Well, you wouldn't be wrong.
I will not let you down, my boy.
There. That's done.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me.
Are you just kissing my ass?
I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
I think he's just kissing my ass.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
I concur.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Okay, so I got a new place to investigate. Somebody else wants something from that guy.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
So there's Dr. Strickland, which means there's somebody else I haven't met here. There's this dude over here that I wanted to chat with, though.
How long must I wait?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I don't want to ask him about that yet.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me...
Who's this?
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Okay.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
I'm gonna guess about them not being all that interested in you in general.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
No, we
Good
can't
evening,
have that.
Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Okay, so his mother's definitely one of those overbearing type.
I never could keep anything from her.
Gotta keep that in mind. Hospital fool. Just go back home. Where was I not supposed to go? I think I was around here. I do need to go to the bookstore. Back here, maybe? No.
Thelma
this is not the
Howcroft
right way.
said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
That's what we'll figure out. First things first, let's go into the garden. Hello, what do we have here? Rotary sturdy blood sample, okay. Oh, that was the wrong button. I'll get better at this. The combat's something I gotta get used to. Alright, just 2 of those. Let's do this. Got some more blood samples. Photograph of a smiling, loving couple with a few words written on the back. Milton and Pippa forever. Oh. Oh ho ho!
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
They have. Well. We have definitely learned something here. Scandalous, even. This back here. Is the morgue or where? Where the hell am I? Just gotta remember to take it easy. Yeah, I definitely fucked that coil up. That's alright. It'll do for today. Influenza complicated. Frequently complicated with pneumonia. To prevent any cases of Spanish flu, stay home. Hello there.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff.
Then actually mean
as
to
long
click
as I'm
that
treated
one.
all right, I'll be fine.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. It still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother.
Hey.
Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
So it is very beneficial to not kill people. I'm tired of your shit, Clay. What the fuck do you do? All the bloody docs are gossiping about how my husband just gut that stupid kid. How many times I had to tell you to count to 20 before drawing your blade? How can we expect to do proper business and have people obey if you keep killing everyone who dares to cross you? Now, rumor says some blokes from the dead's family is looking for you, and one of them swore to kill you. Don't come home tonight. I've seen strange men patrolling the streets. Maybe there may be some commie milita or something like that sent to arrest you. Go to a safe place for a few days. Maybe go to a hospital or a Whitechapel. Make yourself useful for once by checking on any business that can be settled over there. When the situation is calmer, I'll send Boot Boy Send a wet boot boy so that you know you can come back. Edwina. Curiouser and curiouser. Man, I'd let him suffer. I ain't gonna lie. He can suffer as long and as possible. I don't like that guy. I don't like that guy one bit. In here? No? Okay. This is where I found him at. Ah, there's a chest down here. I didn't see that. Springs. Do I want to be? I don't think so. Nah, it's not where I want to be. Alright. Right thing before I go any further.
It's locked.
You there? What are you doing?
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. We've taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Alright, so there's the sewers and a bunch of other stuff.
It's locked, all right.
Alright, let's figure out where to go here. Hospital. Alright, so it's the other one I want to go to.
I cannot enter.
So I can't go through that door yet. Alright, so let's see. Let's see what we have here. Alright, so what's this? Quarantine. Main quest. White coats. Citizens. Fatigue. Fatigue. I have no idea what any of that means. It's gotta be a quest listing. See, that stuff, that's what my items, that's my equipment. Alright, let's see on the map, where do I need to go? So he wants his wallet. Hideout, Southwark. Merchant hideout, custom markers, you drop. So let's go give him his damn thing back and see what happens with that, because I haven't actually completed any quests. I might as well complete one that I already have done after I check out these other places. I don't think I've talked to you before.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
That's a good point.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
A funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
She's something.
A pawnbroker?
I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
That's an interesting way to put that.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
If only you knew.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
I like this guy.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Okay, so codeine, opium, enigma formula. Can't buy it yet.
It ceases to amaze me how you, the dead, seem peaceful and lost at the same time.
City needs you. Every life is efficient. Saved by efficient medical aid, but it is a blow struck at the heart of the food. Excuse me. Oh boy, that's yawning.
It's locked, all right.
And I thought I had a key to the morgue. I guess I needed to talk to her again.
Sadly depart.
Propaganda for all.
I'll never could keep it.
Okay, I guess I need to talk to her again. Right now. Enter the old morgue. That's where I need to go. This is just the man I was looking for.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your
That'd be great.
wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
I agree. There is nothing wrong with what they're doing.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Goodbye, Milton.
I gotta say, I like Milton. I like Milton a lot. To the old morgue. Okay, let's see. Alright, there's 2 stellars, that's what that is. I wish this had labels on it, that'd be great. Whatever, let's just go ahead and look around, I guess. Read that letter.
As for me, what a blundering idiot.
It's a library. Well, a bookstore anyway. The streets are actually very fucking confusing. So I'm gonna spend a good deal of time in this game lost until I get the hang of it. Get there. Shards, some powder.
It's a leech!
Oh shit, shit. They got me, goddamn. I thought I had more life left than that. That fucking hurt. So that's 2 deaths. There's gotta be a way to figure out where I'm supposed to go. There's a few people I have not met yet. I can tell. She wanted me to look at something too. Dear love, I finally found the missing money from the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of a honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is as guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay at first. I realize now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I've heard, despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks. I promise you that everything's is okay now. I'll see you in the clean bed as soon as it's possible. Fondest love, Nikolai. Alright. Well, that guy definitely did not make it. See where people are. I need to go talk to Hooks again. What the hell is the old morgue? It's gotta be in here somewhere. One would imagine. Small bottles? Let's find somewhere to go. I see what the review meant about this being a slow burn. It's not a bad thing. It just makes it a little bit more difficult to stream it. So, let's see. It's a Vampyr. Where am I trying to go? I don't even know what I'm looking for. Press to evolve. Okay, I got things to evolve with, huh? Okay, well, it's not really something I'm in a hurry to do. You put your hold on me. They're at my own risk. Whitechapel Street. This place is off limits. The fuck is that noise? Actually trying to loot something. Oh shit, no, that's bad. I can't take that. I can't take that at all. That is a bad idea right there. That is a terrible idea. I am a level 5, that was a level 18. That was not a wise decision to be trying to fight. Beds. What the hell? Seriously, like, I don't have any idea of where the fuck that, morgue is supposed to be, because I totally zoned out when she told me. And even if I had known, I would not have gone in the right direction to begin with. Milton.
Pembroke is so lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know. I met him in New York once.
If only there were more of us, less resignation,
well, that's glitching out.
and
Whatever.
more determination.
What must I do, miss?
When's the posters? Dead inside. Gentlemen, you guys like to. God damn, dudes. Oh, come on! What the fuck? Okay, the combat's ass. The combat is straight ass. Simple as that. The combat is straight fucking ass.
I cannot enter.
It's one. We have to stop it.
What the fuck? There we go. Just run away now. Jeez Louise, that sucks. So the gun is alright, but I like having a stun on that. I'm not particularly a fan of the combat. I'm also not a fan of like the map either, because the map doesn't really give you any fucking details. Like ideally, I would hope that the map would like tell me like quest things other than main quest things. Like if I got side quest shit, I would like for it to point me in the direction of the side quest shit. You know what I'm saying? Just, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And like I have no way to see what the rest of the fucking side quest stuff is. So it's kind of annoying. I think I took care of what she wanted though.
We're so lucky to have Dr.
Ah, you though. I need to talk to you.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see this city is crumbling down? Today people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow we may be fighting for food.
Goodbye, Milton.
Everybody here's a bit scummy, but it's not terrible.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Let's see if I have anything for Nurse Brannigan. I don't think so, though. I don't think I've learned anything about her that would help. No, I haven't.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
It's locked, all right.
I was trying to unlock it, honestly. Long letter. Oh, dear God. Hello, sis. How are things in the big city? Here in Rome, things are not so good. It seems the flu is here again. And we have many new cases of infection in the neighborhood. Do you remember Miss Scheller? The old drinking hag from the 3rd floor? She passed away 2 days ago. And her flat is already occupied again. Geez, you would have to pay me a huge amount of money to sleep in a bed with a woman that died of the flu just a week ago. I'm sorry I didn't take it. time to quickly answer your last letter. Between taking care of Paul, Mom, and Dad, and my job at the factory, I rarely find time to write my favorite sister. By the way, my son says hello to his Aunt Pippa. Ah, so it's Pippa's letter. You should see the little bugger. He already driving me mad, and Mom says you should bring back some of those marvelous cakes next time you come home. In your last letter, you told me that you thought about quitting your job at Pembroke Hospital. I have to tell you, Pip, you better think twice. There are always jobs at the factory, but wages are shit, and it's boring as the day without a shag. Oh, I have a new fiance, and no, I'm not a slut. You immoral bitch, you. So, if you really want to want to quit and do something more useful than counting the dead every morning, maybe you should stay in London and join the band you told me about, the Guard or the Privet or something like that. Never heard of them, but if they're like you said, some sort of city milita trying to make a difference, then maybe it's a good choice for you. Just be sure to let others go in front. That's how my poor Billy got killed in France by leading too many patrols. Bloody war. Anyway, come back as soon as you can and give me all the good news before that. I am forever your affectionate sister, Lucy, Paul, Mom, and Dad.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins, but are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke, but we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
I can respect that.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
How can you be affected by the misery around you and be so heartless at the same time? Which is the real you, Nurse Hawkins?
I could ask you the same question, Dr. Reed. Are you more real when you lie to a dying patient, or when you grant him useless medication?
That's a fair question.
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together. and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his, to protect me.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I still can't for the life of me remember how the hell to get where she told me to go. If I keep running in circles, I do not know where the old morgue is. But I do remember that there was something I wanted. Oh, this is
It's
nope,
locked.
this is not it. I'm supposed to have a key to the damn room. It's got to be around. You were somebody I wanted to see.
Good
though.
evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Yeah, you're not really a vampire then.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
It's an interesting way to put it.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
See her again.
Dear brothers, I must now draw your attention to a very important point. The use of garlic has protection for vampires. Let's be crystal clear on the subject. Garlic will never protect you against those creatures, no matter how fresh, how strong, how smelly. Garlic is totally useless as a defense. I can never say enough about how damaging the novel of Bram Stoker's has been. Of course, yes, of course, population of Slavic countries place garlic's clothes on the coffin. Yes, of course, the inhabitants of the sanitary islands hang garlic on their windows. There would be so much to write about in this place, and someday soon I hope to go back to this island to further explore the occult tradition. But that is not to protect the living from the devil. It's to tell the dead that they are aware of their malevolence. It is a symbol, nothing more, nothing less. So, please, by all means, yes, wear garlic, show garlic, hang garlic, and tell the shadows that you are not afraid. But if you're looking for supernatural protection, you will have to search much deeper in order to into the forgotten secrets of the occult tradition, for there is the truth. Here is the truth, my fellow brothers. Garlic does not repel vampires, but all fresh plants will hurt them. It is as if their body cannot stand the presence of botanical elements. I have seen an enraged Volt flee when whacked with a rose. Yes, a simple rose. I have witnessed a violent Ikran fall down and beg for mercy when struck with a wooden stake, and I do not know why it's so effective. I would give my left arm to find the answer to this mystery, but the truth remains nevertheless. Vampires are very sensitive to fresh herbs, plants, and wood.
I have wasted too much energy for so little
You
result.
are going to reveal all your secrets to me.
Even the darkest thoughts in your heart.
My blood and soul. They belong.
Hey, it's
Good
the
evening,
priest.
Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, Sora, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion make me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest, and then I can go back to the people who need me.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks, and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Huh. And that does raise an interesting question.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. It's locked, all right.
Yes, Doctor?
Please, could you point me in the direction of the morgue again?
It's the large boarded-up building behind the hospital. You can't miss it. The key I gave you will open the small back door to it.
Large boarded-up building.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane. Thank you.
Alright, large boarded-up building behind the hospital. Totally the wrong way that it just went.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
Large boarded up building behind the hospital. That's it? Certainly not the right way, or is it? Could be. Did I ever check this door? No. That door does not open. Large boarded up building behind the hospital. Lead plates. Ah, is this it? Blood's below. Ooh, money. 5 shillings. That looked like a lot more than 5 shillings, but what do I know? I don't really know.
I cannot enter.
Okay, well, let's get to business. What the fuck? Get off me.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Alright, so we're just gonna chill out here and wait for our health to come back a bit. Something else flicker? I thought something else flickered.
It's locked, all right.
Alcohol.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Yeah, but will it open
I
this?
cannot
No.
enter.
No, it will not open that.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
So that guy's done. Oh, let's go up another floor. Let's just see what's up here. Nothing? Alright, nothing's up there. What was that? That was mildly terrifying. What the fuck was that? Something fucking moved in here. Okay, so there's a lot of them in here.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Oh, there's another one. I saw him. There he is. There's two of them in here. Fuck. Get off me! Get off me! Shit, fuck. Let me through, shit. That's not good. I don't like that it does that. Let me out of that. No! Shit! Oh shit, that hurt. Oh, that was a close call. Oh man. The combat sucks. That's the best way to put it. I'm not a fan of the combat right now. Gotta try to buy me some time right now. Chill the fuck out in here and wait for my health to come back. I see him in there. Are there any more in here? Hopefully not. Anything else?
It's locked.
Office of Pembroke Hospital Medical Examiner report investigation. Samuel Connor, Caucasoid, male, 39, address unknown, occupation fisherman, type of death natural, probable cause of death fast progressing pneumonia with virus-induced pulmonary consolidation, Spanish influenza.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Indeed.
It's locked, all right.
Yeah, I know it's locked. It's a knife. Oh, cool. Okay, let's try that one out, because I'm not particularly fond of the gun. At all. I'm not at all. I suppose that there's a reason for that existing. Let's try the listed knife. Yeah, let me open the door. There we go. You there, sir? That worked out in my favor. Alright, I'm not too mad about that one at all. Let's see what's back this way. Oh shit. Whoa, shit! Get off me, shit! Hey, eat him. Where'd he go? Fuck. Fuck, I'm at it. No! I knew it was gonna get me. Now, where does this put me is the question. I am... Okay, so they're back there. The fuck, man, their combos suck. Jeez, their combos are ass. Doesn't matter how far away from them you are. There's two in there. Get off me, fuck! Oh, come on! This is ridiculous! The targeting sucks! Ah, come the fuck on. What the fuck? I don't have a clue how to get my health back once it gets past that part. God That's some bullshit. That's some baby back bullshit. Fighting 2-on-1 is fucking ridiculous. Found this stuff already. Probably gonna end up dying again. Of course, I'm not getting my health back either. That really fucking sucks. I don't think I have any consumables that help with that shit. Probably not. So, I just gotta take it careful. Where is he? Fuck, I missed. Woo! Okay, I'm getting the hang of it.
Skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Still not happening.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
I just gotta get better at the combat system. If I can get the hang of that, we'll be fine. Blocked off on both sides? Yeah, it was. See if there's anything else in here. There is. Okay, let's analyze that. That thing is very useful, and I'll keep it. Is there a way to craft like other stuff? No, I don't think so. Nothing. Alright, let's just go ahead and go. Once I'm done with this quest, I will be going to bed. I have work in the morning. I have work whenever the hell I wake up, but yeah. Oh shit. God damn. Why the fuck, game, really? This is a weird thing, like you'll go to get out of the way and it'll fucking rubber band you back. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I can probably just leave. As tempting as it would be to kill that dude, they seem to regenerate. Pippa.
How long must I
Yes, Doctor?
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, Nurse Crane, but when do you sleep?
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor. Nursing is a vocation, not the labor of a journeyman.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane, thank you.
So I need to craft the treatment for fatigue. Okay, so I need sodium chlorate. So apparently I missed that. So that means I gotta go back and get it. Great, great, great. But actually, that shit can wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna save. And by save, I mean spend my points. Okay, let's see. Blood capacity is not a bad idea. That's one I need for sure. I don't know. I don't know what to go for. I'll get to that one eventually. Go a little bit more defensive here. Level 8, that ain't bad at all. Let's do this. Now that it has saved, I do need to get a bed, so I will be back with this later. I'm probably, like I said earlier in the stream, probably gonna alternate the nights out as to when I play this. I'm either gonna play it like every other night, or I'll just continue straight through. It depends on how I feel, because like I'm playing this and I'm playing Dot Hack, and they're both long games, so we'll see what I plan on doing. Anyway, if you're watching this on Twitch and you like what you see, remember to hit that follow button. If you really like it, maybe think about dropping me a sub. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you like what you're seeing, please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, my friends, remember to save often, you will live longer. Peace.